Anger is a road sign, not a roadblock. It points out areas of lives where change is needed and offers the energy to make that change happen. By understanding, embracing, and channeling anger rightly, you can transform it into a tool that propels you toward your destiny. Learn to see it as an ally. Just like fire, it can destroy or create, by what choice you chose. Anger creates self-awareness, discipline, and purpose in you. Making anger your eye sharpens your vision and lights the path to your destiny. Anger can have negative effects on your physical and mental health, and can lead to violence. It doesn't solve anything. Anger builds nothing, and can destroy everything. Most people see anger as a destructive fuel of emotion, usually combined with an urge to harm. Meanwhile, they never knew just as a coin with two sides, so is anger. They only know and believe the negative truth of it, making them acting in such believe, or rather do nothing so as to avoid causing harm. Meanwhile, there are great benefits of it on the other side. Just as a mirror, anger reflects areas we need to grow. Frequent anger about certain situations, it's an opportunity to examine closely the triggers, taking the necessary steps and actions to resolve it. The process of understanding and resolving anger promotes emotional intelligence to navigate challenges more effectively. Anger is one of the most powerful emotions humans experience. If misunderstood and mismanaged, carries a destructive reputation. However, when approached with wisdom, it becomes a tool of transformation. It can act as a beacon, guiding us toward our true purpose and destiny. Anger is not something to suppress or ignore, but should be effectively harnessed, embraced, and channeled into a force for growth and change. There are two major types of anger, which we need to explore so as to picture clearly the understanding on how your anger can be a cornerstone on reaching your destiny. The two types of anger are aggressive anger and assertive anger. Aggressive anger, also called destructive anger, is what most people commonly imagine when it comes to anger. The action to this type of anger are often expressed through physical violence, which in most events causes harm and destruction to a person, an object, or both. Meanwhile, assertive anger, also known as constructive anger, is an healthy anger aimed at problem solving in an honest and non-threatening way, with a desire of finding revolution in changing the narrative of a particular course. The words of Juna Mustard in one of speech on anger says, anger asks us not just to see clearly, but it needs us to take action, and if we don't, it hangs around. Anger is really stubborn. Make anger your eyes and walk the path to your destiny. Knowing the two types of anger, it's advisable not to let your anger drive you aggressively, rather you should drive it constructively to your path of destination. Here are some few illustrations on how your anger navigates you to the path of your destiny. 1. A young guy from a very poor home, lacking the basic necessities of life, always been angry with his condition of poverty, with a strong desire to change the narrative in his lifetime. This young boy has a destiny of creating tremendous wealth, becoming free from poverty. But how do he goes about this? Aggressive? Or constructive? Channeling that anger through an aggressive mean, maybe by either robbery or scamming, will likely prevent him from attaining his destiny. However, the constructive channel of the anger in creating business and entrepreneur will surely lay a path in attaining and fulfilling his destiny. 2. A child from a broken home, whom both parents are divorced and always angered with the separation of her parent. This child have the destiny of harmonizing homes and marriages against divorce. If the anger is not constructively collated, the child might fail in the fulfillment of her destiny. Consider historical figures Martin Luther King Jr. and Malala Yousafzai, who used their anger to ignite change. Martin Luther King Jr. was angry at the systemic racism in society. His anger did not manifest in destruction, but in organized protests and movements that reshaped civil rights. Similarly, Malala Yousafzai's anger at the suppression of girls' education led her to become a global advocate for education rights. Anger became their compass, pointing toward their destinies. Where there is anger, there is always pain underneath. Beautiful words by Eckhart Tolle. The question here is, will you allow this pain to continue? It's time you get up, cure the pain, change the narrative, and fulfill that purpose you're meant for. Mind you, some destinies aren't self-benefiting, but your legacies and history will remain forever in the heart of men. Your life after death is nothing if you leave no legacy behind. Immortality is leaving your mark behind. Don't deny or suppress your anger, bring it forth to life constructively, and carve your name on hearts of generations.